Hello everyone, this is Ted with OAXRAY, and today we're going to talk about the top 5 things for you to buy for your business under $50 to send in your first Amazon shipment. So I wanted to first talk about the most important thing whenever you're sending items in, and that's to make sure you get your items there protected and they're not damaged. So I'm recommending the Home Depot box. It's only $1.16 for one of the larger ones. This is going to be for your toys or just your larger items that are not going to be too heavy so you don't go over Amazon's weight limit. If you want to sell books, then Home Depot also has a smaller box, which is 12 by 12 by 16. It is the perfect size for books. It makes them approximately 40 to 45 pounds each box if you're selling books. And the larger size, like I said, works for your larger items. They also have an extra large box, but I don't use it too often unless I'm using something that is really oversized. This is a great place. Home Depot is great because you can pick up as many as you need. Normally they have 50 or 100 on hand if you're doing a larger shipment, or you can just keep a few in storage. But Home Depot is definitely my box source. Let's move over to tape. You're going to have a lot of different options. I like to buy things on Amazon, so generally I am going to purchase my 3-inch wide box tape. You can buy it for about $7 here. In a pinch, I will also buy the Home Depot tape. No problem with that. It generally works pretty well. It's just often it's a little bit more expensive than just buying it online. The reason I do not buy my boxes on Amazon is because after all the shipping, it's generally going to be very expensive. Now let's talk about some labels that you will need for your packages. So to find the proper labels to label different products on Amazon.com, I generally type up 30 up labels, and they actually have their own brand, Amazon Choice, $7, you get 3,000 labels. Now these are the labels that you stick on a product, and that covers up the barcode for Amazon FBA. As you can see here, they're pretty cheap, but you're going to have yourself a printer already. Whenever I first started, I did not have a lot of cash, so I would go to my local library. I had my labels. I would put them in there if they let me. Sometimes they would not let me change out the paper, but whenever I could, I'd change out the paper and I'd use the library printer because I did not have the resources. So purchasing them here for $8 is about as good as you can get. You can find them at supply stores locally to you if you do not want to wait the 2 days for the prime shipping. But I found these labels to work pretty well. The only thing is, if you list items in a quantity of less than 30, you'll waste some of your labels. So if you have 15 items in a shipment, then these other 15 will be generally wasted. You can flip over the paper and try it again and try to get another 15 out of it, but it's kind of difficult. But later in another video, we'll talk about the rolls in which you only print exactly what you need. But to get started, to save money, I would use these right here. Next thing I'm going to say that you will need is Goo Gun. This is going to get some of your labels off. This is going to remove anything that's on something, especially if you're doing books. I mean, we get the wax pencil, and there's just all of these different things that will be on a book, and you'll just need to clean it up. Goo Gun works really well. It's $5.64 here, but I have seen this at the dollar store. The quantity varies depending on where you get it. So this is a $1 item at the dollar store, but if you don't have one near you, then you can just purchase it here for $5. And you get more ounces here, so I'm not sure the breakdown of how many ounces you will get from the dollar store. And finally, I am going to my good old Scotty Peelers. I've been using these things for years. For $7.88, you get yourself a set of Scotty Peelers. They allow you to scrape off any labels. I like to use the metal one. It is the fastest way to get the labels off of anything that is stuck on. So you have a book or you have a product, and there's just that sticker there that says Big Lots or Ollie's or whatever it says. it's going to be pretty easy for you to just use this, remove it with Goo Gun, and you're clean, and there's no damage to the package. Also, I like to use the metal one to cut down boxes if I need to. It's really sharp. Just watch your fingers. And those are my top 5 items that your brand new seller is going to need just to get started. I didn't mention a few things. Your printer, you can always use one that you already have, so I'll mention that in another video. And also a scale. Most people have a scale lying around somewhere. And whenever I didn't have a lot of cash to get started, I definitely used my home scale and weighed the boxes so I could get an accurate rate. Thank you guys very much. Have a great day and make some money using OAXRAY. Please like and subscribe. And if you have a question about Amazon, put a comment down below and I'll make a video about it as soon as I can.